Jason, and good morning, my dear future makers. I did not use the word teachers right now. I have said future makers. Nowadays, even the housewives, they are called as homemakers. That importance is given to that category of ladies who are continuously working at home. So they are called as homemakers because without the homemakers, there cannot be any home. So we are not only future makers, we are also homemakers. But see, we have a double role to play. So today, at the request of our principal, I don't know how much I'll be able to do it, but I thank Father for giving me this opportunity to share at least some techniques which, of course, we all know. And we know how to manage the class. We have been teaching for so many years. But still, there are some things which new we can learn, and if possible, if we implement, there can be a good class control, and we definitely can take a better class. So, I'll be sharing some of the ideas. Nowadays, we have Google, Internet, we all go through it, we go on searching what are the methods, what are the techniques. We have so many things in our hand. But then how far can we implement certain things which are shown? Because when I went and I tried to search, I found that the techniques which were told or which were suggested were for a class which is having a less number of students. Maybe mostly for foreign countries, where hardly there are 10 students, 15 students, 20 students maximum. So it is easy for us to implement those techniques and go ahead with the class. Okay? But when we have a class of 50 plus, that we are mentally prepared that we are going to have a class of 50 plus students. So when we go to that class or to such a huge class, what should be our approach or what all small techniques can we implement and get a better class number? The moment we waste time in controlling the class, we are going to lag behind in our syllabus. Okay? So before going to that, I told you what is this session about. This is about the classroom management techniques. I got a WhatsApp video. A particular person was taking the class for the teachers, and all the teachers were very attentive and they were listening, and there it was written there, teachers bhi sunte hain, and there were a lot of emojis, laughing emojis. What is that video telling? When I saw it, I was laughed, and I understood that when we become teacher or when we become teachers for many years, we get slowly that kind of personality. I know everything. मुझे तो सब आता क्या सीखना है ये हर साल every year school reopen हुए 2-4 बढ़ but that is a wrong attitude, I should say, because we learn so many things. Maybe the person who is coming here and telling us something has already done some kind of study, or they want you to be acquainted with it, familiar with it. So that is what is expected. So let us be attentive, let us be so much acceptable that yes, even if I know this, I can be little more improvised in those techniques and I can use it. So my first question to the audience is, before going to the class, when we were in the school, I don't think any one of us must have answered our teachers. They asked, "Acha, bade hoke kya banna hai aapko? What are you going to be or become when you grow up?" Most of us must have answered, "Mujhe doctor banna hai, engineer banna hai, I want to become a CA, I want to become a lawyer." I don't think rarely one or two of us must have said, "I really want to be a teacher." Maybe the home atmosphere, parents are teachers, looking at them, or looking at some teacher also. Sometimes the students get inspired that yes, I want to be a teacher. Okay, but as we grow up, this we just this profession is better. So when we thought of becoming a teacher, there were two options. Either we became or we have been teaching and we have become teachers either by chance or by choice. Okay, so very few teachers here or anywhere must be, they have selected this profession by choice. No, I want to definitely, whatever is my percentage or however good I am academically, I am going to be a teacher. Okay, so that is called as passion. That is a passion of teaching. I don't want to say that we are not passionate, but then that is the inbuilt passion in that particular person. We have to develop that passion. We have to grow with that passion, with that commitment. That now I have adopted this profession and I have taken it by chance. जाने तो कुछ नहीं तो teacher तो बन ही जाते हैं. Graduation to complete हो गया, to do the DED or BEd, and we are qualified to be a teacher. So now nothing was like suitable also, comfortable also, okay? Comfortable with respect to family culture. Husband is working here, so everything is suitable. घर के पास है, city also is okay. I am very much comfortable with this. So now that means we have become teachers by chance. Whatever, by choice or by chance. Now you have accepted the profession. Now we need to adapt that profession into our personality. So by chance or by choice, now we are in the profession. Okay? So now we cannot grumble, we cannot complain. I am a teacher, now मुझे books collect करना पड़ता है. Every day 300 books are to be corrected. Paper submission, this, that, and moreover, our classroom management. In that hectic schedule of the morning hours, okay, managing the family, as I said, we are also homemakers. We cannot deny the responsibility of a homemaker till we enter the school campus. But that is our personal life. And the moment you enter the school, that is our professional life. The moment we mix the personal life and professional life, both the lives, we cannot be successful. Everyone is having tension. Some or the other, our children are sick, our in-laws are sick. We are not good at it, our husband is not good, whatever financial stress is there, what not. Many things are there. But the students don't deserve your mood. That mood, the students have not come to the school to see you in that particular mood. What is the fault of the students? They are fresh morning, they don't have that much stress. Okay, stress means, especially during exams, they may be little stressed, they are tested, they are tested, and so on. But they have come as a fresh mind, with a fresh mind, to come and see your smiling face in the class. To see that, yes, my teacher is, today the teacher's mood is well. I have seen students saying in the break also, आज तो इतना बेकार होता teacher का बाप रे, that books, fan, this, that, shocking. See, if we did not have, when we were students, we did not have a small gut to say anything about our teacher. That much respect we had, whether the teacher is in a good mood or the teacher is not in a good mood, we did not say anything. We did not have a right to go and complain at home also. And today something went wrong in the school. We did not have that courage because we would get revert back on us. Okay, so everything was accepted. This generation, this is a generation next, it is a digital generation, they will not accept easily certain things. That we have to keep it in mind. So, my smiling face, my good approach is the first thing which is going to win the hearts of the students. The other day when we took the orientation session, I told the new teachers, especially the small kids, they compare you with their mother or father. Ask the teacher, exactly mummy ke paas SC sari. SC clip, small things also they observe. That means they are comparing you to an ideal figure which they respect, which they love. That person they are comparing you to you. It's okay, sometimes the mother's mood also is not good. Mothers are also angry. But that is acceptable. Something is wrong. They know, they sense the things. Okay? So now they come and they want to touch the teachers. And small children especially are doing it. The moment you go to the class, teacher acha bahut achhi dikh rahi. It's okay. Okay? We smile and okay. So see that innocence, they don't feel that I should not go. Higher class, definitely nobody is going to come. I'm talking about in the first or second standard maybe or third standard also. But what is the reason that made that child? Because you were smiling, you went in the class with a very good approach and they felt that instead of that, no, my teacher is in the class. And now she is going to take the class for the first hour, second hour, somebody else will come. When higher class teachers go to substitution in the lower classes, आज आप हिंदी पढ़ा रहे हैं, हमारे हिंदी टीचर है क्या, मैथ्स टीचर है क्या? They feel that they don't understand initial days that this is a substitution or this teacher has come for one period, for this period. They think that yesterday the other teacher was there, now this teacher has come, she has been replaced by this teacher or what. So it takes time for them to understand. So that is the natural, what you call, instinct in them which we cannot stop. Even the higher class students, they discuss about our appearance, about our dress, everything. Only thing is, they don't express. Some of them express, but then most of them, they discuss it in their own shell only. How was the mood of the teacher? And all these things, they are going to take back home. They will narrate each and everything to their parents. Understood? So, we should be very, very cautious in everything when we are taking the class. We cannot say, I did not pay attention to this. I did not think that this would be taken so seriously. So that attention, always we have to have that in mind that yes, I am a teacher. I have a different role to play here. I cannot carry everything what I have been going through since morning. सुबह सुबह आके यहाँ okay substitution. I got substitution. यही से good है. Understood? So see when somebody else comes as the resource person, no, I understand what the person is there. But when I am a part of you all, I am like you only. I know what is the thinking going on, so I can understand better. Understood? So it happens. Even if we think that this today I am feeling very good. Today I am not going to express anything. Still, certain things go on which are not we did not expect, and it happens. Sometimes a written explanation has to be given. So, अच्छा मेरी गलती भी नहीं फिर भी unnecessary things. So see how many factors are affecting them. This is going to affect classroom management. So when we become a teacher, what is the main motive behind this noble profession? I am saying it as a noble profession because I already said we are the future makers. We are going to build the future of the country. Indirectly, directly, we are responsible for the upcoming India or the progress of India. So, it is with a motive to enlighten and impact lives, it is worth it. If your profession is to enlighten and impact the minds of the students. See, we have some students who, for the past 23 years also, they are continuously in contact with us. So 23 years now they have got married, they have their children, they have their family. Still they will wish on the Teachers' Day or on Guri Purnima or on the Diwali wish or any other festival. So how is that possible? When a particular person is engrossed in his own family and his own worries, still the student remembers that particular teacher. That means somewhere you have made that much impact on the mind of the student that the girl or boy or that student remembers you with high respect. That is what we need to do. Otherwise, just teaching the matter. See, I told you this is a digital generation. Yesterday also, even if we don't teach anything to the students, they are going to know everything. They don't need actually the classroom. We have seen students during online classes. How much impactful was the online class? We know it. After some days, we told the students to turn off the video also. We couldn't see whether the child is sleeping or somebody else is listening or the phone is there and the child is watching TV. And only for the sake of joining, for the sake of attendance, the students is to join and then finish. So that pandemic effect we can see in all the generations, whichever class they are coming from. Because the 2 years have spoiled the entire basic knowledge what they were about to get. So when we say that online classes were better, is it that impactful? No, because when you come to the class, there are so many factors which make an impact on the mind of the student, of the child. That's why the traditional classroom techniques are still prevailing and it is going to go on for hundreds of years. There is no stop to this traditional way of teaching. Now the second thing is, if it is only meant for job security, as I said, bills and beds, then it loses its credibility. Just we are working for getting salary, then the noble profession itself will lose the credibility. But if we take it as an opportunity to be a lifelong learner, we think we are teachers, I don't have to learn anything from the students. The other day also, Dr. Father Benny also was saying that we need to be lifelong learners. We learn from the students also. So many things, maybe not the subject knowledge, but several things we learn from the students also. So that is the most important thing. Now, as I was telling you, keep a smile on the face. Recently, I was at Lucknow, and Lucknow has a speciality. Everywhere, at many places, it is written, with whatever you take from here, take a smile and go. At the entrance, there is, when we move out of Lucknow, it is written, apart from whatever you take a smile from here and go. Many places, this particular caption and wordings are there. That's why I said, whatever happens at home, whatever happens in the morning, whatever happens, we take a smile and we go. And we just say, good morning, children. We wait that the children should wish us. The moment the children do not wish us properly, we get up. Stand up properly. In all the classroom management management techniques, it is said, the moment you shout at the students, you lose the students. You lose the class number. Say, bang the duster, bang the doors. Hello, keep quiet, stand up. You will lose everything. How should you be able to control your class? You just stand there quietly, no? Let the children make the difference that my teacher is standing there quietly. With that eye contact, with that your personality, see, automatically the children will be quiet. The moment you shout, I said, the moment you shout at them, you get angry at them. For that moment, maybe they keep quiet, but the next day you will find the same type of chaos in the class. So this has to be implemented from the day one. It cannot be after 15 days or 1 month of reopening. Starting days, it's okay, this is the starting, I will try to manage it after 1 week. That is not going to happen. The first week itself is going to be a very, very important week. That week you create an impact and it is going to be for that particular session, maybe the years to come. Understood? So, my presence, it has to make a difference, no? If I also keep on shouting, children are shouting, I also shout, then nobody is going to keep quiet. You will just go around, sit down, sit down, sit down. Nothing is going to happen. So, this time, once or twice you practice, they will understand that when my teacher is standing there, don't say anything, just stand. See, it's going to make a positive impact. That is called as positive reinforcement. You are enforcing them to keep quiet. And that is possible. See, they are children, you are adults, they are grown-up people. If our presence does not make a difference, then what is then this profession we have to just think about it. Understood? So, your presence has to make a difference, you just stand quietly. See, CBSE has banned corporal punishment. CBSE has banned any kind of physical or mental torture to the students. Nowadays, families are so isolated, or they are just a small family, nuclear families where there is one child or one son or one daughter or maybe 2 children, and they are so precious. I don't say that we were not precious or we have siblings, but then this generation, they are so much being protected by the parents, because many families, they got children with a lot of sacrifice or whatever efforts. So it's like a protected shell they keep their children. And that protected shell, if you try to break, you slap the child and the parents are there and protect. So corporal punishment we cannot give. Mental, anything we cannot. Nalaya, hopeless, nothing. You are so stubborn. These words are going to make a negative impact on the mind of the child. The whole day the child will have that feeling. My teacher gave me an abusive word, that is an abusive language which we are strictly banned to do it. So, all the things the CBSE has tied on hands and kept. So, take those tied. First day you implement this and you see, next day they will understand. When this teacher comes to the class, the moment the teacher stands in front of the class has to be silent. Understood? For the pre-primary or the smaller children, I will tell you some other techniques how we can make it. Every age group, there are different techniques we can control. This can be adopted for high school students, 7th to 10th or 6th to 10th and higher classes. Smaller children, we have different techniques. We have to just make the class lively. Okay? I will be telling those techniques also. So now, when the most important thing is, as I said, we have selected this profession, maybe by chance or by choice. The moment the school gives a call, there is a vacancy and we come for a demo. Okay? So, demo the day is very important. I should be selected in the school whatsoever happens. We prepare the lessons well, we dress up very well, we have a lot of things going in our mind. This question is asked, what should be my answer? How am I going to wish the management committee sitting there? So, for the demo, we are so cautious. There are 2 things when we give the demo. Appearance and, of course, our approach or taking the class, everything. Second thing is, there are only few, maybe principal, vice principal or some subject experts sitting there. But we don't have a huge class sitting in front of us, no? So demo is very nice. Okay, excellent demo. Subject matter super. Okay, appearance super. Approach super. Question answering very nice. That same teacher goes to the class with 50 plus students and the teacher struggles half of the period to make the children quiet. Yes or no? This is the fact, we are observing all these things. So what is the difference? The difference is when there is nobody, I am so confident. I can answer everything. Sometimes we become nervous when we are sitting in front of other principal or when the staff members are sitting there in front of them, the demo is taken. We become one of the reasons for not giving a good demo. But anyway, most of the teachers are well prepared for the demo, but that same teacher goes to the class and struggles. That is because the teacher lacks the classroom management technique. So what I said, the smile is going to win the hearts. There is a story regarding China. In very ancient China, there were 3 monks. They were called as laughing monks. All the time they used to laugh. Continuously laugh. They used to go from one village to another town. They used to stand in the central place of the village and they used to laugh there. Looking at them, they used to gather a huge mob there, and looking at them, they also used to laugh. They did not answer anything, they did not talk among themselves also, neither to the people who gathered around them. Nothing. They simply used to laugh. Looking at them, the other villagers also, they used to laugh. From one village to another village, they used to go. Many years they practiced that. Slowly, as the age grew up, they become older. Okay? So, among the 3 monks, 1 monk died. Okay? So, they were in a particular village and that monk died. Now the villagers, they gathered that now they have to get ready for the funeral and all the other procedures. And they thought that these 2 monks would be very sad. They may be crying or they may be mourning the death of their friend. But exactly opposite happened. They were laughing only. So it was a weird thing what the villagers thought. And one of the courageous villagers, he asked the monk, "See, your friend died just now. We thought you would mourn his death or you would have felt sad when you were laughing." And that day, one of the monks among the 2, he answered, "Yesterday, when we were on the way to this village, this monk begged, there was a bet among all 3 of us, that who is going to die first. And after that, he said, if I die ahead of you both, okay, you should not mourn my death. You should make me ready with not the filthy or dirty clothes. You should put on new garments or beautiful clothes, and you should keep a smile and a laugh on your face. Because the dirt, outside dirt, mentally and physically, since it did not affect us for the whole life, we were laughing in spite of anything happening in our lives, that day also we should laugh on it. Because death is a natural thing. It is when we grow up, it's okay, somebody has to go first. So that is the reason. That was the answer the monk gave to the villagers. Then all the funeral procedure, the monk was dressed up with a beautiful garment, everything, and the funeral procedure was done, and he was about to be lit fire or burn. His body was. Then they lit the fire. Many villagers were standing there. When the moment the body caught fire, his clothes caught fire, after some time there were the sounds of crackers. Beautiful crackers and beautiful colorful crackers. The scene was that. Maybe this is a fictitious story or whatever is the fiction behind it. But what is the moral reading? That the moment the person was happy throughout the life, after the death also, the body was so much full of laughter and happiness that even after that, the burning was expected like it was a scene looking like there were crackers and colorful crackers which were lit after his body caught fire. So this story, it was an inspiring story because it was telling that all the time when we keep smiling, when we are happy, we will make others happy. Opposite is going to happen. The moment we are sad, we will spread that sadness among our staff members, and when one of us is sad, all the others will naturally affect the. So there are 5 main things a good teacher should have. Okay. The first is, as I said, adaptability. Okay? Adaptability. Second is my responsibility. Or I should be responsible. Okay? Second one is responsibility. The third one is empathy. The next is patience. And the fifth one is active learning. Adaptability. I should be responsible. I should be empathetic. I should be patient, I should be an active learner, and overall, the most important thing, I should have the subject knowledge. Okay, these all things are going to be important the moment I have updated subject knowledge. Okay, so I am not updated with my knowledge with the recent changes. Even if I am adaptable, responsible, empathetic, I am patient, I am an active learner, still my students will think that the teacher does not know what I can update with things in the subject. Because, as I said, teachers, keep it in mind that the students, those who are sitting in front of you, are sometimes more knowledgeable than all of us. See, Father told me to read the PowerPoint presentation. I would have made the PowerPoint presentation, but I know that is not going to impact my teachers. What is that? I would have shown the slides and I would have read out them, but that is not going to make an impact. So how can you become an impactful? The moment I wrote on the board, you all started looking at the board. That same thing happens when we go to the class. We go on narrating things, we start the smart board, we display the subject matter, okay, and then we read out or we ask some students to read out. That's all that is our lesson. You just adopt this kind of classroom management technique. First thing, if I am, we are maths teachers. Many of my colleagues are there who are maths teachers. They say that maths is a very dry subject. Everybody knows. Either we go with equations, we go with graphs, we go with the number system, okay, we go with statistics, we go with probability, all everywhere. Whatever lesson we teach, it is only numbers and equations. Still, we can make the maths class also interesting. Okay, you tell, that is what I adopted in my class. When I teach 2-3 sums, okay, of course I take the full exercise also, nothing. Then I tell them that next period, randomly, I don't know your names. Initially, it takes time to learn the names. But roll number we can call. There are 53 students in the class. Any roll number up to 53 you can call out. I'm going to randomly call out any number, and the next day, that same exercise question, I will be asking any question for anybody to come here, and I'm going to give you internal marks. I will make a note of it and thank you. So, see, if 100% students also don't study, at least 70% students will be scared, or scared in the sense that they get that seriousness that I need to be prepared. When my number is called then, and I straight away say, I don't know what is your face, I know. What is your roll number, I don't know. Okay, roll number 27. Where? Girl or boy? They have to come. And the entire class is quiet that time. You just adopt this and see. Why are they quiet? Because that friend of theirs is writing something on the board and they are going to judge the student, their own friend, whether he or she is going to do the question right or wrong. The moment the student goes wrong, they wrong. So see, they forgot everything, no talking, nothing, any distraction what they had in their mind, everything they forgot and they paid attention. You also were paying attention, whether I am writing the correct spelling, whether I am writing whatever. Did you do that? Yes. Understood? So that is the natural instinct. See, I have a paper cutting with me. This paper cutting is recent means it is in the month of June only. It is 9th June article. Today is 12th June. This is 9th June. And this article, see the heading of the thing is traditional classroom teaching gives better insights to pupils. And you know who has written this article? This is written by the Deputy Director of Education, Ullas Narad. The Deputy Director of Education, most of the schools under them are ZB schools, where they are now making the schools digitalized. Many schools in the villages also are digitalized. They are going for the digital education, but he has written the article on June 9 that traditional means of education are going to give better insight to pupils. And it is written that I still believe in Khadu Phada, that means blackboard and chalk, okay, is the best tool he is saying. A Deputy Director of Education telling the teachers to adopt this traditional means in the digital era. This is a very impressive article, I found it. Okay, it not only establishes connect of the teachers with students, but also the pupils understand the topic they are taught. Understood? So, he also appreciated that yes, the school teaching is the base of the development of every child. If schools fail to strengthen their foundation, then when such children fail to deliver in higher education. Even children don't want e-learning. He has written they don't want e-learning because every day since the childhood they have seen if the child is not eating food, take the mobile. And the mother is feeding. I have seen this in many houses. If the mother is busy with her phone or WhatsApp and the child is disturbing, the child has another answer to the mobile. So screen time, you are already imposing that screen time in the mind of the child, and again in the class you are saying, this is the digital board I am opening, just copy down the answers. I don't say that we should be against it. It is a modern means of education we need to adopt. But like I told as a math teacher, as a science teacher, see, I don't have much idea about that. But then still I have a thing. Instead of showing a diagram on the board, you just draw the diagram on the board. No? See how the children are going to pay attention. See, my teacher has got a beautiful heart. Okay, see the drawing. Make some use of color chalks. Okay, you write something on the board and see you are going to grab the attention. For language teachers, you can give them 1 or 2 weeks time. Tell them to write a poem. Okay, and English or Hindi, Marathi, whichever language. And after 2 weeks, just tell the child, Acha, who is ready? Maybe hardly 5 or 10 students, but then give the child a chance to answer, say that poem in the class. However, is the poem not up to the language norms or whatever, but the child will be so much happy to say that I said the poem in front of the class. Tell them, okay, I am going to give you marks. Anyway, you say that ALS whole year we have to take the assessment. So these are the techniques. Among the many, I am telling you a few of them so that if anyone clicks and if any one of you adopt that, I think it's going to be a better classroom. Okay? And moreover, just appreciate the child, no? Just appreciate that, yes, very good. We know that language was not that superb, okay? The language would have been better or the sentence construction, whatever it is. Just appreciate the child. We are so meager in appreciation. Even if the child gets 40 out of 40 in the unit test paper, we hardly need a second to write very good on the paper, no? But we hesitate to write 40 out of 40 finish. Just write the word excellent, outstanding. See how much it is going to impact. If you remember when Father George was there, he used to check our daily notes and he used to write good there. Those teachers, if you remember. And how much eager we used to be to see that good. Yes or no? At this age, that good remark from the principal, if it made the next time they used to write a little more better. So I thank also that good remark made us so much happy. So you can imagine a child of 10 years, 13 years, with your remark, how will the child feel? So sometimes we grow up and we forget that appreciation is needed and we should give it. Okay, so these all things are going to make you control your class and it's going to make you grab the attention of your students. Now, what this classroom management actually is, I already told you. In one of the classes, on the internet only I found it. At the entrance of the class, we write the word welcome. Okay, everywhere, welcome. So it was written, now welcome, W-E-L-C-O-M-E, welcome. So each word it was written like this. For the first W it was written, when you. Okay, when you. Second one, enter this room. Learning is fun. And there only, learning is fun and cooperation is expected. Our positive attitude and mutual respect are a part of everything we do and say here. Okay, see, it's welcome. What is the sentence? You can ask the children to write this sentence on a chart paper or on a small A4 size color paper. See, this is called as positive enforcement. You are telling what is to be done in the class and what is this class about. So your students will understand. When you enter this room, they will tell the children that we have this. When you enter this room, learning is fun. And cooperation is expected. That means we need to cooperate with each other as well as with the teachers. A positive attitude and mutual respect are a part of everything we say and do here. So 3 R's as teachers we need to remember. First is be responsible, be respectful, be ready. So these are the 3 R's of excellent classroom management. Be responsible, be ready, and be respectful. If you respect the teacher, students, they will respect you. That is the rule. Now, respect is not only to be given to the elders, we need to respect the students also. So afterwards, when I write the do's and don'ts, you will understand that all these don'ts sometimes all of us do. Okay? What are not expected as teachers, knowingly, unknowingly, we do it. And the child takes those things and goes on. So now I have an annexure regarding all these things. So do write your names. Okay? So this is rate your classroom disciplinary practices. This is an individual activity. Analyze the classroom disciplinary practices with the checklist from the National Education Association's I Can Do It. Classroom Management Training Module, a program developed by the California Teachers Association. Begin by placing a check in the appropriate column after each item. Then add your points, allowing 4 points for each. If you are saying usually, 2 points for each, sometimes, and 0 points for each, that is never. 4 points for each when you say usually, 2 points for each when you say sometimes, and 0 if you say never. Okay? So the first one is, I get students' attention before giving instructions. So, do you usually get it, or do you sometimes get it, or do you never get it? You have to write. Put a right mark there and then write the marks. Let us see whether we are excellent teachers, or we are good teachers, or fair teachers, or if you get a score below 70, it is going to be that we need some improvement. I wait for students to attend rather than walk over chatter. Walk over chatter means what? I just keep on talking and the children are not at all paying attention. I wait for the students to attend my class. Understood? उनको मेरे तरफ देखने तो दो. Let them understand I am the teacher, I am teaching English, I am teaching maths, I am teaching social. They are not attentive and you go on taking the class. You already started the class. Okay? So, does it happen usually or sometimes or never? I quickly get students on task. Students on task means whatever is your activity, whatever is your information, you want them to write the question answers. Immediately I get the students opening my book, my subject book, textbook, notebook, whatever, and they are into the subject. Okay? I give clear and specific instructions. Do I give clear and specific instructions every time? Just rate yourself. Okay? Are my instructions very clear to the students? Like I am asking you, are my instructions clear to you? No. Fine. Then I set explicit time limits for the task completion. So this task I have given you maximum 10 minutes. It is not needed also, but I have given you. So my 10 minutes are over and you will have to give me the paper back. So same thing should happen. These 5 questions, it should be completed within 20 minutes. Give them the time limit. The moment you set the timer, they are going to, at least maximum number of students will be able to complete. There are some slow learners, we know they take time to write, but then at least the maximum class is quite by on time limit. I circulate among students at work. Just go around, just check whether students are completing it or not. Anybody needs any help, just take a look at it. I hold private conversations during class. Is this expected? I go to this teacher and I talk, or the student and I talk something. The whole class is just the teacher is with this girl or with this boy. So, do I do that? That is not expected. Okay, for some personal reason, the child is not well, just go and put a hand around and say that I am not well, what happened? That is different. But you take a few students and you talk about, कल क्या हुआ class में, कल वो period में क्या हुआ, वो teacher. These are not the things which are expected in the class. The first thing, wrong thing we do is when we ask the class about some other teacher. That itself loses your class management. Okay? It's okay. As a class teacher, if you say, okay, now the unit test is about to come, 10 days are left for the unit test, and is your subject teachers, have they completed the syllabus? That is different. Okay? English, is it completed? Yes. Hindi, math, science, social, is it completed? Okay. That is a responsibility you have and you should do it. But you go and ask, kal kya hua? Kya bola? Kisne bola? Why the children made noise? This itself. They will answer your questions, but they will understand that what kind of a teacher you are. That is not at all expected. That is your personal thought. If you have that much trust on any of your students, maybe the student you know very well, the family you know, you can talk afterwards later on, or the monitor you can call in your free period and talk. But in the class, if you do all such type of things, you will lose the children. I am 100% assured about it. I model courtesy and politeness. I was that. Okay? Sometimes we just get annoyed. Unnecessarily, throw the book. Kya ganda likha? See? Aise likhte kya? Tear the page, put a big scratch on that. So where is my politeness? I told you, no abusive body language, neither abusive language. Verbally we are supposed to show to the students. So that courtesy and politeness is gone means we again lose the battle. I use a quiet voice in the classroom. Now, quiet voice means am I audible? No. See, even if it is mic, I need to raise my volume. So, if my voice does not reach to the last student of the class, what is there? Quiet is, the classroom is to be quiet, not that I just have a quiet voice in the classroom. I need to talk when it is needed, I need to be silent when it is needed. I use a variety of cues to remind students of expected behavior. This is called as positive reinforcement. Okay, what are your expectations? I teach students my cues. I tell them, see beta, we are a family now, a small group of students, and I am your class teacher, I am your subject teacher, we are going to learn this subject. So you tell the children what you expect as a teacher. And that every day you have to go on telling. It's not that one day we say it and the children will adopt it. It's not going to happen. See, we have been reciting national anthem the moment we were not even in the school. Sometimes parents leave the national anthem to a 2 years, 3 years child also before going to school. This child knows because they see in the theatres, they see in the TV programs, they go to some programs and they listen to the national, they learn it. Now, if in the deep sleep also someone makes us wake up and say the national, we'll stand straight and we'll recite the national anthem. Because that has been in our subconscious mind now, that is not possible for us to erase. A, B, C, D up to Z is now in the blood. Okay? But the nursery teachers know how much important, how much difficult it is for them to teach the first 5 alphabets also. A for apple, B for ball. Okay? But as they grow up, that is into their blood now. Now they don't have to look in the book and read A for apple. Understood? So that is positive reinforcement. Every day we have to repeat the instructions. Every day. If we are tired of doing that, then only for a few days children will be okay. Again the class will be as it is. I enrich my classroom to improve students' motivation. I enrich my classroom, my subject knowledge, I enrich my teaching methods, I improvise. That is why I enrich my subject knowledge and my class also. I improvise, it should be. I improvise my classroom to improve attention. That's the same thing I told you. I am aware of effects of my dress, voice and movements on student behavior. I told you, we are looked at as models. Models is not in that sense, but a role model for the students. Okay? So my dressing, my voice, my movements are going to bring a lot of effect on the student. I use students' names as low profile characters of inattention. Students' names as low profile. What does the sentence mean? Means I don't value that particular student by name or by some students we value so much, some students we don't value. Okay? Maybe the child is not good in studies, or we have understood that he is a low profile. Low profile means academically the child is not doing very well. So what is there? I I use students' names as low-profile characters of inattention. And that student, every time he is like that only. He does not pay attention. In front of the class, you are telling about the academically low profile of that child. That is, characters, it is required, but correction is to be done in person, individually. Appreciation should be done in the mob. That is the tradition we need to follow. I use proximity to improve classroom control. Proximity means maximum things I try to implement in my classroom teaching to have the classroom control. I communicate positive expectations of good behavior to my class. I need to tell what is the good behavior. I have clear and specific rules that I teach my students. I refuse to threaten or plead with students. Threatening again. फादर के पास लेके जाऊंगी, डिसिप्लिन डिपार्टमेंट को बताऊंगी, पेरेंट्स को फोन करूंगी. You are threatening the child. Of course, these are the extreme levels which we can. But then, in the class, if you can control, then these things will not be needed when you are threatening the child. कि तुमको TC दे देंगे, rusticate कर देंगे, suspend कर देंगे. You are threatening the child. And the other way is plead. करना बेटा, please do it. लिख लो, come on. Okay, that also is extreme only. Okay, so I refuse to threaten or plead with the students. What we are doing, we should try. I consistently follow through with consequences to enforce rules. So what are my rules in the class that I consistently I follow? I need to follow. Like father says, if you go late to the class, okay, you reach your class late after the first when you are going to the class. The students understand that. Today she came late. One day it is okay. Every day if you do that, the students, you will not be able to tell the children that before first bell, all of you should be in the class. If you are in the class, then only you will tell them that is a positive enforcement. See, beta, punctuality is very important. You should come to the school on time. You should be in the class before 8:05. When will you have that authority to say that? When you are reaching the class before the students are in the class. Or 8 o'clock is the time, I should be in my class at 8 o'clock. Then you can expect the children with the positive behavior. No? So that is all, everything matters to the teacher only. I use I-messages assertively to tell students what I want them to do. I-messages means what? मुझे ऐसा होना, मैं ऐसा करूँगी. All the time tell something about your own self. देखो, मेरा subject है ऐसे ही होना. Sometimes it is assertive, it is good also. But continuously you go on telling mera aisa, then it sometimes creates a negative impact also on the students. I use I-messages. If you are using it assertively, it is okay. Okay? I use I-messages humanistically to communicate my feelings. So you are telling about your feelings or what you expect on the humanitarian ground. That also, if it is positive, it is okay. Okay? I respond to behavior I like with specific personal praise. That I said, teacher, आप बहुत अच्छा पढ़ाते हैं. Teacher, I am looking very nice today. Okay, what is there? I respond to behavior I like with specific personal praise. Okay, when you praise the child also feel nice, no? So whether I do it back, it is right. So I pay special attention to such type of students, whether we do it just. I use non-verbal, social and activity reinforces. Non-verbal. That's what I said. Stand. Okay? Stand quietly. You be quiet and see the class will be quiet. Your eye contact should be at such a high level that the moment you look at the class knows, I need to be silent. Class is automatically it is going to be. And activity reinforces. So this activity reinforces means make the children sit quietly, like we have the intermediate class time to be silent or to meditate. So when you tell them what is the importance of that 2-minute silence in those changeover classes, that positively you have to reinforce that this is needed, that will cool down your mind, you will be better focused for the next class. Slowly the children will adapt those techniques. Okay, so if you have completed, please hand over the paper. This made us analyze ourselves. No? Discipline is required, but that discipline should have a little love in them and a little, what we call the student-friendly atmosphere. There was a comparison between school students or teachers teaching in the school. A teacher who is surrounded by small kids with their innocent smile, at least they bring a smile on her face. In this tension, stressful world, only the children, the happiness of them can make us, sometimes we are not in a good mood, but then still looking at them, sometimes we forget everything and we smile. And that is what is expected. So at least at home we go, we are peaceful, we know what happened or what is the next. So that target is in our hands, it is within our limits. So it was written, can money buy your everyday smile? So at least we are here, we have accepted this, we have taken it up as our profession. Let us be loyal to it. So as I said that we need to just appreciate the students. So what kind of appreciation? Every time good and excellent, we cannot do all the time. Give some. Let's see. If you do it, I will make you sit with your friend. We have our plan layout or classroom layout. We know which are the students, which student is to be not to be sitting together, or which student is to be made to sit with somebody else. So tell the child, if you do this, I will make you sit 1 day or 2 days with your friend. I will make you have lunch in the classroom with your friend. See, they need the small things only. They don't need your chocolates or your gifts. They need that small appreciation only. And see how much, okay, I will make you the blackboard monitor. Or we have different badges. See, till now you did not get the badge, but then if you do it, I will definitely give. That badge will be with you instead of 1 week, it will be for 2 weeks. It is, as a class teacher, you can change it, no? But see how much positive impact the student is going to have in his way of behavior, in his completing the work, in his studies. Okay, these small things you can definitely do it. There was an article in the paper that in a school, one boy, his mother was admitted. He did not have anybody, only he and his mother were staying, and his mother had to undergo an operation. The mother was admitted for around 10 days in the hospital, and there was nobody to cook food for this child, a small child of 3rd standard, 4th standard. When the teacher, after 1 or 2 days, the class teacher came to know about this. Okay, so the class teacher, in his absence, she called a few students and she said, see, this child, one day the teacher saw that the moment the bell rang of the interval, everybody else came out of the class with a tiffin, and this boy, he opened the book and he was completing the notes. He did not even express the things to his classmates or to his teacher that he does not have a tiffin. But the teacher came to know that the mother was admitted and there was nobody to cook food for this child. So she spoke to some students of the class and asked, can you bring tiffin for this boy? And they readily agreed. She explained the thing, that this is the thing. Next day, she said, all of them will bring the tiffins together. 10 days it is there, 1 turn each time you can take. The next day, the child, same thing happened, the break bell rang, and all the children were running out of the tiffin, and the child saw a box with sandwiches in his, on the table. And the child was looking here and there, nobody was there in the class. He thought, is it a Akshay Patra? You know what is Akshay Patra? Akshay Patra is ancient, it's from Mahabharata, that word is going on. It means that the food in the tiffin never comes to an end. That is called as Akshay Patra. Okay, because he saw the food the 3rd day, the 4th day also the tiffin was there. He did not even know who kept the food, and the teacher was silently observing, standing at the door, looking at the happiness of the child. So she appreciated the students after the 10 days after the mother came, and the mother also thanked the teacher for such a good gesture that she was worried. She understood that now my son is taken care of by the school and the teacher. And she appreciated the entire class for taking up. See, a small gesture, but this particular incident in the student's mind will never be erased in their life. They will still remember, I was in the school and I had a friend who had this kind of problem and we helped. They will discuss all these things even after they grow up. So small things, but that the teacher has to take care. But when I say that when we are involved in our own problems, we'll never get time to see what is the problem the child is undergoing. Sometimes there are family problems, as always it is said, that is affecting the child. So, just take time, understand our students, that is the most important thing. Recently it happened, I was in 10th B in Nina Ma'am's class, and I was taking my class. On the second bench on that row, 2 students, even when I was teaching, they were talking. Okay? Once I looked at them, usually I don't point out the students. You keep quiet, keep quiet. No, I don't do it. I just look at them. Once I looked at them, they kept quiet for a fraction of a second. Second, after some few minutes or seconds, they again started talking. They were discussing something, looking at the book. I understood that they were not into that maths textbook or notebook. I understood that, but I did not point out to anybody. Then third time also when I saw, then I said, I think both of you have something to share with the class. Okay? They have something else apart from mathematics what I am teaching. Can you come in front of the class? Because I am observing them from the past 5 minutes, they are continuously talking. Then both of them stood up and I did not scold them, I did not say anything. They just put their heads down and then they sat down. That was the second period, and immediately it was a break time. Third period, after the third period there was a break. As I came out, I was standing there on the stage. Out of those 2 boys, one of them came to me and he just joined the hands and said, "Ma'am, sorry. We were not at all liking mathematics. I'm very sorry, and we understood that you are looking at, but still we did not keep quiet. I'm very sorry for that. Next time I won't repeat." I said, "It's okay, because I am telling you for your betterment only. If you go on talking, if you discuss something else, you are not going to be able to understand what is taught in the class. It's okay." The next day, what did I do? I went in the class and I called that boy and I asked him to stand up. And in front of the entire class, I said, "See, this boy, yesterday he came and said sorry to me. Not that because he said sorry to me, I am telling you this. I understood that he understood his mistake. And now he will never repeat it." So I want the class to give a big clap for this student. That he came and said sorry, he understood that ma'am was looking at me 2-3 times and still I was still with my own gestures, and that was irritating or it was wrong and that was not right. So let us clap for this. And I know he is not, the last sentence was, what did I say? I know, now next period onwards, he is going to be very attentive in my class. He won't repeat it. Whether he repeats it or not, I don't know. But then at least that sentence that day, he was very happy that yes. So if I would not have done it, I would have forgotten, okay, he came and individually he said sorry, it's okay. But that one gesture, he understood that ma'am noticed it, and then ma'am is saying it, appreciating it in front of the class. It is definitely going to bring a positive impact on the child. So small things we can do. It's not a very great job or great task. We are supposed to do it, but then that is the positive reinforcement. We need to do it. Second thing, this is what is called as rewarding. We need to reward the child. I said reward is not giving gifts to the children. Reward is just a beautiful word which we need to appreciate the child with. That is only enough. When we come to school and teachers say, "Acha, you are looking very nice," the whole day is good for us. Yes or no? आज कुछ तो है, आज अच्छे नहीं दिख रहा है. We try ourselves best to come to school, and then our colleagues say, "आज साड़ी भी अच्छी नहीं है, अच्छी नहीं दिख रही." God, the whole day is gone. Okay? क्या करना था, नहीं करना था, क्या ये नहीं करना था, वो पहनना था, वो रहता तो अच्छा था, ये नहीं था. See, so appreciation is making a difference when we are at this stage, when we are grown up. We understand everything, whether it is a false appreciation, it is a true appreciation, everything we know, but still that word itself is making us happy. Yes, as something special today. Very good. Understood? When Father Principal calls us in the cabin and appreciates us, or in front of the staff, he appreciates us, we feel nice. No? Even if he takes the name also, we feel nice. Yes or no? That is called as cognizance. Our efforts have been noted down. Not that I just go and, well, I have done this, I have done this. It should be noted. My work should be noted, not my presence. Presence comes afterwards. First my work. I am known by my subject first. she is the mathematics teacher, she is the English teacher, she is the computer teacher, she is the social science teacher. You are known by your subject. Then social science, then the parents will like, who is teaching social science? Meena ma'am is teaching, Pinky ma'am, Babita ma'am. You understand? Okay? So first, my work should speak, then my talk should speak, or my verbal expression should speak. So when I am speaking, my presence is important. But then, before that, I am known by my subject. Okay? Whether it is a good way I deal with my subject or whatever it is, but my subject is the most important thing I do. And I told you about this now, just as I said that different classes, there can be different techniques to control the class. Okay, one way just I told, just you stand, that is for the higher class, just fold your hands. One thing you always can tell, see, my hands I am putting at the back because I am not supposed to use this hand on you. Okay, I cannot beat you, I cannot. So, you tell them that this is going, you are going to do it. When I come to the class, I just stand like this. The moment I am in the class, I want my class to be silent. One day you tell them, and just experience the next day, they will understand. Teacher told me this, I need to be quiet. Just stand. As I said, the moment you shout, you lose your class 100%. That day they will keep a teacher, Jo chillana chalu kar dete. Shut up. Gone. Understood? So, that is for that. One technique in the pre-primary side, it was very nicely presented. Just even for the first and second also you can implement this. When you go to the class, just say 1, 2, 3. The children should say eyes on me. Okay? You teach them in the 1 week you do. 1, 2, 3. The children should say eyes on me. Finish, the class is going to stop talking among themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us learn more. So these things you make them learn. When I say, see children, when I say 1, 2, 3, you should say eyes on me. So they repeat, they'll go and the teacher does something like this. You can just develop, come on, let us, tell them to say focus. Okay? So, that word should be a hammering word in their mind. Let us focus. Finish. So, they will keep quiet. In the pre-primary, there was a very beautiful butterfly clap which I learned. Okay? See, after all, we are trying to control the class. We are trying to reduce the noise of the class. We are trying to control a noisy classroom. Okay? So, if we tell them to clap, come on, clap, they'll clap all the more louder, disturbing the other classes also next to us. So, a very beautiful butterfly clap was suggested. It was like this. The teacher claps. 1, 2, 3. The right hand like this, left hand like this. Catch your fingers. No sound. Okay? The teacher should tell, in the first week you should train them. Okay? They will learn something funny. No? These small children only, I am not talking about high school students, but then they will have some fun, at least this teacher has something. So, 1, 2, 3, come on. Right hand this way, crossing with the left hand. You will enjoy. For the higher classes, you should tell the children, see, when you touch your fingers like this, we all write the ice-breaking activity in the daily notes, no? You can positively enforce a particular thing, that you join the hands. When you join the hands, all these fingers will press. This is a sign of focus. When you press all the fingers of one hand by the other hand, it instigates the neurons in your brains. That is scientifically it is proved. So you make them stand up and tell them for 1 or 2 minutes, just press your hands. You can tell them to press these points. Okay? These are pressure points, they increase the brain capacity. The neurons are activated in the brain. So all these small techniques you can tell, they can practice it at home, not necessarily everything. But if we know That's why I told him that we need to be active learners. If you are active learners, we will be active teachers in the class. Now, I just have one more annexure. Till then, I'll write down the do's and don'ts. Now, this is the test, in emotional intelligence test and appraisal. If you are convinced about the importance of EI in your life and your children's life, and if you are eager to try to improve EI, the first step is to evaluate your own EI. Here is a small appraisal tool for you. When you read each question, follow these instructions to get the most from the emotional intelligence appraisal. Create a clear picture in your mind of how you are in different situations. Then answer honestly how often you demonstrate the behavior in each question. For each question, select one box according to how often you. First one, notice the various emotions inside you as they happen. This is nothing related to the class or to the students. It is your analysis of your emotional intelligence. How many times do you notice your emotions? Never, rarely, sometimes, usually, almost always, and you give your marks according to that. If it is almost always, give 5 marks, and if it is usually 4 marks, sometimes, or always you can give 4, 3, 2, 1, you rate yourself, right, or not to give. Name the emotions you are feeling by expressing them in words. You name the emotions. I am feeling very sad, I am very happy, I am very annoyed, okay? I am very angry, I am very frustrated. Okay? You are naming your emotion. Do you do it always, or rarely, or sometimes, or never? Just try. Then recognize the feelings you have put on hold. How many feelings you try to control? Understood? So how many you put it on hold? You keep the mobile on hold, no? So how many feelings are you able to do it? Recognize that our emotions have an impact on how we think and feel. Okay? The moment we don't recognize, our emotions will be understood by the person with you. Understood? Every emotion is not to be expressed publicly. Remember that. Realize when others influence your emotional state. Something negative happened and somebody has influenced your emotional state, good or bad. You have been influenced positively, negatively by others' emotions. Emotions every time need not be bad, it can be good also. You are being appraised by your friends. So how many times you realize it? Ignore emotions because you see them as bad. How many times are you able to do it? What I said, okay, ignore. You know you are looking nice. You know you are good. How much is it affecting you? Okay, so ignore emotions because you see them. They are not bad, but I don't accept. Okay, that's all. Understand the bodily symptoms associated with your feelings. Duster pek chalk pek books this that. Bodily symptoms. These are like your emotions. Handle stress well. How many times were we successful in handling stress? Recognize that there is no on-off switch that makes emotion disappear into darkness. Mobile, switch it off, switch it on, television, radio, whatever. It's not possible in the case of our emotions. There is no on-off switch that makes emotion disappear into darkness. Today I had a fight with my family members. Many days it will go on reminding yourself, it will tell you something what happened. It's not that okay, it will vanish in darkness. It is not going to happen. Did you recognize that? Always did you do it, or rarely you recognized it? Just try. Tolerate frustration without getting upset. Okay? So, how many times are we successful in doing it? Own your own feelings. I am the owner of my feelings. Good or bad, whatever emotional state, I am the owner of it. None of the persons surrounding me can take that responsibility. Or rather should not take also. Resist the desire to suppress your emotions. Resist. Okay? The person is telling you, come on, cool down, calm down, keep quiet. You are resisting. No. No. How will you do? No. So you are resisting. The person is trying to calm you down. You are continuously resisting. So are you doing it usually or sometimes or rarely or never? Just try. Resist the desire to act or speak when it will not help the situation. Resist the desire to act or speak when it will not help the situation. That time it is not actually needed for you to act. Okay? But still you are resisting. I am going to do just now in the break or free period. I will go and ask. So that you are resisting. The desire is that time you are not supposed to do it, but you are continuously resisting. Do things you regret when upset. So that's why they said never take a decision when you are angry. Okay? Because you were upset, you were not in a good mood, and you took a decision, and later on you may have to regret. Okay? So do things you regret when upset. So are you doing it things which are going to make you regret later on just because that moment you are upset? Brush people off when something is something is bothering you. Okay? I don't like, okay, just keep the person away, or you keep yourself away from that. Every time the person is influencing you, affecting your life, your emotions, why do you just brush it off? Are open to feedback. This is very important as a teacher. Are we ready to accept the feedback given by our colleagues, our management, or in charge people? That see, you could have done it this way, it would have been better. How much are we acceptable to that feedback? Recognize other people's feelings. This we should understand. Okay? Accurately pick up on the mood in the room. Sometimes at home also, especially during functions, some of the other relatives are not happy. All the time we have seen, whether it is wedding or something, we are not happy with the arrangement or food, whatever. So you understand what is the atmosphere, what is the mood in the room, and you go and instigate that. The same thing, the staff room also, some teacher is very irritated or something has gone wrong. The teacher is already upset with all the additional duties given, and you go and instigate. मुझे भी कल सब्स्टिट्यूशन मिला था, परसों भी मिला था, तुमको मिला ना, देखना अभी कल नहीं मिलने वाला है. The teacher is already upset, whatever background at home, school, everything, and you are instigating. So you did not understand the mood of the room. Accurately pick up on the mood in the room. Then we are teachers, we are duty bound. 7:55 to 3:50, we are here to work. See how much positively you are influencing the person. Next time, even if the teacher feels the emotion level will be less. Hear what the other person is really saying. So we should learn teachers have to be good listeners also. Okay? Misinterpret other people's behavior. Sometimes the teacher is in the own world, she is doing her own work, sometimes she does not pay attention to you, you wish good morning, and knowingly, unknowingly, you do not get the response back. मैंने सुबह विश किया ना, गुड मॉर्निंग भी नहीं बोला. Okay, इतना क्या? So you have misinterpreted maybe the teacher did it by mistake or unknowingly it happened, but we don't think about it. Directly confront people when they are in denial of their own emotions. Directly confront. क्या हुआ? They are already in the emotional state. Just go on. Directly confront people. Let the person take some time. Put yourself in another person's shoes. That is called as empathy. Okay? That is the biggest quality, not only as a teacher, as a human being, only that quality is to be in us. Communicate clearly and effectively. Show others you care what they are going through. Okay? Handle conflict effectively. Whatever is it, you are able to handle it. Use sensitivity to another person's feelings to manage interactions effectively. Sensitivity. You need to be sensible with respect to the emotions. Learn about others in order to get along better with them. Understand each other. Okay? Long hours we are together in the school, more than 8 hours. So naturally we become part of each other's life and of course each other's family also. Allow others room to express a wide range of emotions they feel. Let them express, no? You think that the program would have been still better than this. Let the teacher come and tell you, no? See, it was okay as a house in charge, your house program was very nice. But इसमें थोड़ा सा modification करते थे और अच्छा होता था. So positively the teacher is encouraging the other teacher. Take it positively. Why do you think मैंने तो 15 दिन से इतनी मेहनत की, कैसेट रिकॉर्डिंग की, ये प्रैक्टिस की, संडेज और वीकेंड, and now I'm getting this emotion. So let them express. You also have a chance to express. See, I have tried my best. Okay? Not that everything what we do is going to be appreciated or liked by everyone. When you go to the class as a teacher, you just keep it in mind that maybe 50% of the students like what you teach, understand what you teach, and understand you as a teacher. The other 50% may or may not like it. We expect them to be 100%, but if you keep that thing in mind, you will constantly go on improving yourself, that the 50% goes to 60, 70, 80, 90. 10% students are always there who are going to criticize your teaching. They are going to criticize your subject knowledge. So you cannot get 100% appreciation or acceptance in the class. Nowhere, not only in the class, nowhere. In your family also. See how many years we have been in the family. Did the family members, all the family members accept us 100%? Someone is there to criticize you. But we are staying in the family, we know, I am trying my best, but still some of them will not like. So in any life, criticism is a part of life. So if we take criticism positively, we will, acha, this is the thing I should. Sometimes we don't wake up early, that is criticized. Acha, to jaldi utti nahi. Roz yahi natak hai. So it's okay. So what can I do? I should get up early. I should not give a chance to say all these things. So whatever it is, criticism, you take it as a part of life and improvisation, and see it is going to help you to grow, whether as a teacher, as a wife, as a daughter-in-law, as a human being, as anybody. Okay? Without criticism, if everything is good, we will not improve ourselves. Okay? So I think maximum I tried to tell you one very important annexure I have. See, today God has blessed us with a better weather, I should say. Still it's humid a bit, but then since showers we got it last evening and morning also, it is okay. So many of us must have carried an umbrella with us or raincoats when we come on two-wheelers. So what is that umbrella doing? That umbrella is protecting us not only from the rain, it protects us from the heat of the sun also. So two ways we use the umbrella. So now we have an umbrella over us which is having a smile. Okay? So it's called as the umbrella of smile. You have to note down 10 things, minimum 10 things which make you smile today before going to bed. Now see, it is going to be an activity which you can do it afterwards, but then now at least we can do it. What are the 10 things which made you smile? From the day morning you got up and you came from the home till now or further also, what are the 10 things which are going to make you smile? Let a smile be your umbrella. Could you write at least 5 things? Yes, that's nice. Okay? First one, what are the do's and don'ts? We have in our school planner also. As students, what are the do's and don'ts? And as parents, whatever. Here first do's is, first one is increase self-esteem with praise and encouragement. Increase the self-esteem of the child with praise and encouragement. Very good. Beta, you got 36 marks out of 40. You got 25 marks out of 40. It's good going. Okay? It's not bad. I understand that you got less marks. But see, if you study more, you you can get more. So increase the self-esteem of the child. What is the do nots or don'ts against it? That just go on insisting that you are right. May I say you, whatever I say, that is right. So insist that I am right. Continuously saying, मैं जो बोलती हूँ वो ही सही, बाकी सब गलत. Okay? Continuously insist that I am right. That is not going to help you. Second one, show your students that you care for them. Like I said, you should know what is going on in the mind of the student who is not. Other days the child was very attentive, but today something is wrong. So understand that you care for that. The don'ts in that, not parallel to that, but here be sarcastic. What is sarcastic? Sarcasm? Very good, huh? Nice. Do it. Very good. That is sarcastic. It's not good, you know. You say the child understands your sarcastic behavior. Okay? Sarcasm is not a good quality of a teacher. That is, we should not do it. Third one, I didn't write. Try to be a role model, that I already explained to you. Insult or embarrass your students. Okay? Same thing. You are insulting the child. You are saying you have come with everyday untidy clothes. Insulting. Okay? Whatever it is, no need to insult. We should not do it. Use tense. The second is make sure you have everyone's attention before starting the class. That is the first step of class control. In the don'ts, use tense or angry body language. We have discussed so many things about body language, how your body language is not expected, or bad body language, of course. Then be interesting in the classroom. Whatever is your presence, just try to make it interesting. And in the don'ts, ask the students to follow a rule and not follow it yourself. You tell them, you need to be punctual, you have to come before first bell. You are trying to tell them instilling, and out of 6 days a week, 3-4 days, you are coming late to the class. You are telling the rule is all the children in my class should come on time. And the students are observing you. My teacher is coming late and she is telling me to come on time or be regular or be punctual. Okay? So you are setting the rule for the class, but you yourself are not following. Then, see, not that each and every question of the child will be able to answer. Sometimes Chetan ma'am, Savita ma'am, maths teachers, all we may know that sometimes the children bring something from the tuition classes, coaching classes, questions which all of a sudden sometimes we are not able to give an answer to that. We need to think about it. We are engrossed in our teaching and they ask the question of some other lesson. We have to get back to that concept. Every time it is not possible that you take a chalk and do it. So, politely you tell them, we get angry. Can I? Ye tuition ke question mere paas nahi aane. You tell the same thing, but tell it in a good way. No? Okay, beta, see, we stick to our textbook. Whatever is in the textbook, you just ask me, I am ready. If you bring n number of questions from n number of books, we are wasting the time of the other class also. So you have to positively, okay, it's good that you are revising it or you are learning some new questions. Increase the self-esteem of the child. See, very good. But then, see, you write on a paper and I try to solve it and not that this is required for the whole class. You cannot stop the inquisitive nature or the learning nature of the child, but that also you have to do it in a positive manner. Okay, so with this, I know you have been patient listeners and whatever I could, I understood, I could tell you. I hope you liked it.